I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby. You the one I'm rolling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers, and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Hammer catch you too legit. And didn't know that you my mama mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. And didn't know that you my mama mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. Baby girl, I got plans for you. Better yet, I made plans for two. Take your time, let me admire you. And baby girl, we get it poppin' like we supposed to do. We can stop from the stairs, girl, I promise an hour. After we done with your braids, we can jump in the shower. I'll tell the world that it's yours, baby girl, that it's ours. Anything that you need in life, baby, I got you. Baby girl, you the one, boo. Cause you to be the one when times get tough, I turn to. Girl, I really love and I do admire you. You the one that I need. Yeah. Baby girl, you the one, boo. Cause you to be the one when times get tough, I turn to. Girl, I really love and I do admire you. You the one that I need. Yeah. Every day and night, every night and day. I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day. I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. We have to tell it and we're getting it all. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stuff on the bed, bath and beyond. I'll be your king. You be my queen. Let's ride to the end. Thick and thin. Girl, you are my wonder woman, the one that I'm living for. Girl, you know that I love you. Oh yeah. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. I'm the key, need the remote control, you're the TV, DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gonna bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old? Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it, mind you left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggles. If it's team us, let's huddle. We can be strength in life struggles. You're my red nose with no muzzle. I can be the product, you can be the dollars. Girl, let's orchestrate this hustle. Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. I am directions, you would be the destination. If I were an employer, would you choose my occupation? I must be a shovel, cause I'm digging you penetration. Girl, your love's got a hold on me like procrastination. If I were your telescope, you'd be my shining star.
Do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-borne paint to using Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Marco Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777-366-142 or 0770-496-273 or +121-772-08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicy love, what's next?
A new Liberian restaurant and lounge with tasty Liberian and Afro-Caribbean cajun is opening in Morton, South Jersey this spring. The name is Sasa Bean. Sasa Bean is located at 300 East Braintree Road, Morton, New Jersey 08053. Sasa Bean specializes in ethnic Liberian, Afro-Caribbean, and Southern cuisines. We are 25 minutes drive from Philadelphia, 40 minutes drive from Wilmington, Delaware, 30 minutes drive from Trenton, 30 minutes drive from Bristol, and 20 minutes from Burlington, New Jersey. At Sasa Bean, we have a private lounge area for private parties and private and corporate meetings and events. Sasa is hiring for both full-time and part-time employees. The pay rate ranges between $16 to $22 per hour. Contact us today for all your bookings and reservations on 609-468-4232. That's 609-468-4232. Sasa Bean Restaurant and Lounge, a place with tasty dish and comfort. Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, non-profits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town. Through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on UN Drive at Sailtown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231-775-987-758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Day here in Liberia, and is the 5th day of the 5th month 2023 with a time by exactly 10:31 here in Monrovia, Liberia. It's a sunny day, it's a Friday, and it's good to be here with Martina Konate. We are here, and at 11 o'clock Sheikh Circle will be joining us to talk about the trending issues at the the MCC. There have been some news coming from the MCC, that's the Monrovia City Corporation, and Sheikh is one person that in the middle of that, so he will be telling us more about what occurring, and the former director of police there at the MCC, who's in touch with Sheikh, will be telling us more. So, Martina, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Boyka. Good morning to our many listeners in and out of Liberia.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man. How your week been?
And we been cool. Yesterday I forgot I was laying and sleeping. You see, now I put all the things I was doing, I was sleeping in the house. So yeah.
But it's good to have you. We have few things to look about. You've been following the trending issue there at the MCC, wherein there was an audio play yesterday on Spoon. The former police chief there at the MCC said that he made a revelation. He said that the arm that was arrested at the free port of Monrovia was coming in the country for the MCC, but they were bringing in a whole continuum of arm, but they just took out that small and place it in other continuum to get the public attention out of their main continuum. So that revelation is something that we need to look at. And he also talked about the late Musu Charlotte, talking there was, according to him, the mayor knows something about the death of the little girl. All of these things are happening under the watch of President Joshua, and our police boss is there not doing anything about it, Martina.
Everything Javasi Kochi doing, his partner in crime is Patrick Sulu. Everything Javasi Kochi doing, Patrick Sulu is aware of it. He shouldn't even pretend. How you will be police director, then you licking the city mayor of legs. Anybody he won't kill, he kill. Anything he won't do, he do it. Patrick Sulu is aware of all the crime that Jefferson Kochi has committed in this country and about to commit. Patrick Sulu is aware of it. We're not coming to sugarcoat nothing here. Patrick Sulu is aware of it. He can even escort themselves, so nobody should arrest them. Patrick Sulu is a co-murderer, as Jefferson Kochi is.
But this coming from somebody that was within. Somebody
not with him, but somebody that been working with him, somebody that he been using.
Yes, somebody that was spearheading the security there at the MCC. This is coming from him. They should raise an eyebrow. This is the time now the Liberia National Police should muster the courage and start playing partisan role and forge ahead with this case, because since it's been close to 4 months now, or 3.5 months since the death of this little girl occurred, up to now, there is no report from the LMP. There is no report from the Ministry of Justice. And we just we can't hear anything about it. And this little girl, up to now, her body is still there at the funeral home, Martina. And we all here Liberians, we can even say raise a concern about what's happening. The police, the last time they said that they were coming up with a press statement, and then the justice minister came up and told them that there is not much evidence yet, so you guys can come up with a press statement. And now we are hearing that there's somebody involved again, and this person that is saying it, this person is not just somebody that is sitting in the United States. He is somebody that was here working with the system, and he's now the one revealing this one to we the Liberian people. So why should we tell the Liberian National Police again? Should we cry up to them to say, oh, go and do investigation?
He called another name. He called somebody else's name apart from coaching.
The man said the same validity man was involved. Yes, the same validity man involved.
You want to tell me that it was a coincidence for the day the girl lost her life? It validated the next day was his daughter naming ceremony, because Councilor Global Musu Scott sprayed him with a pepper spray. He couldn't able to attend our program because his eyes were hurting him. You want to tell me that it was a coincidence for the day? Want me? I believe it. That validated was the one who was sent over there to go and murder that poor woman. And unfortunately, the young girl Shadow Musu lost her life. For me, I never doubt that revelation for Councilor Jeru Verdi. I believe it. I knew it was a truth. At the end of the day, they asked the man, they said, what happened to your eyes? He said, since 1964. Because I can say 1994. He said, I said, water drying your eye. Boy, can you your rifle man? I say, water, it will drop on your skin. I hope like it can pull the flesh out. Then I him be but what that water? I say, water will drop in your eye. The eye will not bust. Father, uno tell uno ala what you go face away. That rack messer will see me across, right? I want una water. Before I say water will go there, nothing will happen to your eyes. I knew for the one validator was the one who entered in our house there to kill that innocent girl and leave. And today he's still passing around. Why can't you not even get the other topic I got up yesterday? Yesterday I was listening to Truth FM, and a caller called in the afternoon hour. They were having a show and said that you remember last year, July 4th, American Independence Day, Valentine T. Johnson was murdered at Police Academy Johnson by Patrick Colley. You know that Patrick Colley is free? On the instruction of George Mane, we are your Patrick Colley by in jail. You know that the boss said that Patrick is released. They've been seeing Patrick around. And then I reached out to the mother. The mother said, Martina, but I've been hearing the same thing. I haven't seen Patrick yet, but people have been talking it. Yesterday on True FM, somebody called and said that Patrick Colley is released for prison. Then Choco Robber calling the family, telling the family if they can't go bury their son, they're going to carry the body, they go trunk it to JFK so it will get ratty. Are you freaking killing me? Why can't the country we find ourselves in? The justice that they say they will give to we the Liberian people, this is the justice that we get in. When somebody murders somebody, but on my platform, who said this on my platform? On my platform, I know what to tell the motorcyclists. When they see Patrick Colley, what they should do to him. We will carry on jungle justice. If the police will release Patrick to be passing around to murder other people again, because this boy, he's one of the reckless person I've ever seen in my entire life. Patrick Colley. If the police and the government will be brave to release Patrick Colley after murdering the people so in cold blood, they never get in conflict before. The boy know him very well. Very, very well. He been threatening the boy. He said the boy love him to his girlfriend. The boy and Patrick not get nothing to used to let him beef. Because of that, the boy friends used to be warning and tease that boy will leave that place. And then when he see Patrick, he will leave. Patrick went and said the boy because they were in the C club down there, and he saw the boy with the same girl that he been complaining about. So he went and said, boy right to Police Academy Junction. In night while they coming, he shot the boy in the head, and the boy lost his life on the scene. Then the Patrick Colley, now they have released the Patrick Colley because his family get close relationship with George Mane Weir. They get close relationship. They have mango is on the way. They put him outside. But they play Patrick Quali go air. They will call Patrick Quali back. Patrick Quali will go in jail. If Patrick Quali not go in jail, I will call the motorcyclist, the president. Then they carry out a wish hunt for Patrick Quali. Anywhere they see here, jungle justice. If they can't get all justice, that was give ourselves justice. You kill somebody who know good son. And his family, Patrick is wicked and his family boy. Patrick Quali family for the one I know that boy from childhood. That boy, when the people children that was staying with his parents, when he used to steal money to go smoke, they will lie on people children. When he used to do anything, they will lie on other people children. And today he have choked them to their throat. He passing around and killing people. Then because they get connection and things, then when they free Patrick, while the poor woman grieving for her son. But I will reach out to the motorcycle president and I know what to tell them. Patrick will never go scot-free. They release Patrick to be passing around again to kill somebody child again. At the end of the day, they go releasing again. Who know they releasing for the election? They release it for election. The arms while Tom Gower talking about, maybe they release it so you'll be so they will gain on the arms, so you'll be passing around which want critical voices, and in case they rate the election, so they will go after people to start killing people. Maybe that's what they put him outside for, because we already know what the government about to do. Because everything we're talking that, yeah, the president going on another useless trip again. Program what will be held on Saturday. You go wait Tuesday. What are you going to do there? What are you going to do there? Then he's slapping Ghana before reaching you. Then when you talk, they say black and white people agree. They don't want to do anything to convince the Liberian people, for the people to vote for them. But they want to force themselves on the people that yes, indeed, if the people vote against us, we will stay manage it and remain in power. So the way they will manage that to remain in power, that to release men and patriots who been killing from Berry. Men and patriots who been smoking from Berry. Men and patriots who been living on drugs and his family been pampering him. And the people then they put out of prison now to go after people's children to kill more people in this country here. But we're waiting for them. You better go Patrick Suru, George Mane Weah, Musa Dean. You better go find Patrick Quali and place him back in that prison. If Patrick Quali leave outside, you will see what we'll do to him. I know what to tell. I'm going live today by the grace of God. I will go live on my own platform, and I know what to tell the people then. The motorcyclists, what to do to Patrick Quali when they see him anywhere in the street. They say, you wear face cap. Somebody, because I read out somebody, I will tell you somebody, one of your friend that I know in the EPS, to say, Martina, the person that gave you that information is true. Say, may even went to Freeport, or you can put face care, you put shirts on your face, you put big jacket on him. Now, how Patrick Quali walking around in this country here? After murdering the people, good son, then you're just releasing that because you're in power. But I know what to tell the motorcycle, they will wish one Patrick Quali in their country. Anywhere they see here, jungle justice will take place. How you go release a murderer from prison after killing the people, good son? Then you go release him without justice. They're choking robber. They're threatening the family. If they can't go bury the boy by the state of good shepherd funeral. If they can't go bury their son, he going to trunk. They will take the body from the funeral. They go trunk it to JFK. The body will get rotting. Now the threatening remark, choking robber gave the family. Yesterday I talked to the mother. I talked to the elder brother. And Boyka, let me tell you this. According to the family, when they were in the court, when they were going to the court, the last time they went to the court, her lawyer told him that my pikin be very careful. The people want to step on their case. And the way you be on their case, 4 to 4, if you not be careful, you might lose your life. Me, I'm telling you, because I don't want it to be. The person said, Martina, how will I be seeking justice for my brother? Then the people threatening to take my life. How will I be seeking justice for my family? Then the people trying to take my life away. How you will treat somebody like that, boy? For God in heaven's sake. How you will treat somebody like that? The person calling for justice, they go bring all them aside. But Patrick man, I wish, Patrick part, I wish. All of them in society, we know I know them from small. All of them in society, they power around, they go bring a big Masane people to the court hall and teen, they have to run away from the court hall. Now after then, and they put together, then when they release Patrick passing around, when the family grieving, then they threaten the family, 2 choco robbers to go bury their son. If they're not bury their son, they will go chunk in the funeral to in the morgue to JFK, a body will lead and get rotting. You know, JFK is the dumb side now. Anybody go there, you lead there, you melt. Are you freaking kidding me? The Patrick Quali passing around, like he not even kill nobody, like he not even commit no crime.
Okay, so while you are talking, I'm going through some documents here that have been sent over to me. But we will discuss then when Sheikh Circle is on, because it borders on the discussion that we are coming to have with Sheikh Circle. Some receipt or information that was sent to Mayor Koji on the issue of arm purchase from the company that they purchased the arm from. I just received some information here. But when Sheikh Circle is on with us, that's the time we will talk about all of these things. And some of the firearms, we will display them on the screen so you can see all of them as time goes by. But we'll be joining him at exactly 11 o'clock. That's when he will be joining us here on the Costa Show. Martina, let's just take a few minutes to dive into Mr. Alexander Cummings visited Nyombli and asked for her to go as running mate to him. And then Nyombli told him that she wanted to hear from her political party first. And then yesterday, they held a meeting and the officials of Liberty Party, including Musa Berete, they all come to one understanding that, if Mr. Cummings asks Nyombli to go as running mate to him, she should accept and make sure, because this is about the country. That's Musa Berete now talking. This is about the country. We should put the country first over even the Liberty Party. So if Mr. Cummings just reached out to her, because she was not in a meeting, she was represented by Darius Dillon and other people. So according to them, Musa Berete said Nyombli should work along with Cummings if Cummings asks that she should go as well.
What I want to ask this question: is Nyombli still the political leader of Liberty Party? Because Musa Berete says she's on a suspension. So if Nyombli still the political leader of Liberty Party, is Darius Dillon still members of the Liberty Party? Because he said two of them is on a suspension, and we not hear anything about lifting their suspension or not.
No, when it comes to since Nyombli was selected as running mate to the former vice president, I think everything have subsided now in the Liberty Party. I think they want to work together. But this information was yesterday. So we are still waiting to hear the official position of Nyombli, because the party can say and Nyombli have a right to accept or not, because she's the one that been selected here, not the party. So even if she want to include the party, she can only hear from the party position on this. That's what she did. She said, when Cummings went to her, she said, I will need to hear from a political party first, their position on this, before I can make any statement. So yesterday they met, and that was what was discussed.
Well, God, let me say this. Let me say this to Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence. Let me say this to her. I don't want her making another mistake again where people will bash her everywhere. I agree that people, they have their disagreement and things. But you see the Liberty Party breaking away today, it was because of Alexander Cummings' involvement. Because of the involvement, Alexander Cummings were always invited at Liberty Party headquarters without Nyombli be informed about it, and she will ask him to not go there, and she will defy her and go there. That will intensify the fight between she and Berete. Today, you see, that's why many people put it. I can tell people, if only for me to change my color the chameleon, that's what will make me politician. I don't want to be a politician. Because I'm not able to see wrong and go for it because of somebody's interest or my self-interest. The problem within Liberty Party today, yes, everybody choose their side. Berete choose to support Cummings, and Nyombli Kanga Lawrence choose to support Unity Party. And some officials follow her, and some officials follow Berete. Granted. But nowadays you see Honorable Benena Ure or even Ambassador Joseph Nima Boyka going to that party headquarters to go have a program without the party chairman, or if all of them stay away from their party headquarters because they wanted them to settle their disagreement. But Cummings were always at that party headquarters, making it wise for both Berete and Yombly. When you look at the whole thing, yeah, Kumbi was the one who put gas on the fire. He was the one who did everything because always he want to be at United Party headquarters and Yombly will disagree with it. Yombly will say he will not go there. Yombly party will be 30. If it was not Yombly maturity, it was going to be a serious confusion. I remember one time he said he was going there. Yombly supporter said if he go there, it will be a total disaster. Yombly end up calling upon her people to stand down. Nobody should go there. And then when they have their program. I agree the way Yombly were treated, it was not fair. But Yombly should think twice. She should be wise this time around. She might not allow nobody to use her. She already in the House of Senate. Everything get time. Nobody should make her to be desperate to do things out of the way. I agree. What happened myself, I'm not happy about it. Yombly may not be picked as VP, but Yombly can be on the table for discussion. And nothing that such happen. They just trash her and other people like they were never important, like they are nobody to them. Let she be careful. She shouldn't make another mistake. They want to use the thing now. She weak, she downhearted. So they want to use this to get at her again. Let she be careful. Once your enemy will always be your enemy. Once your enemy will always be your enemy. Let she be very, very careful. That today they need her. That today they know that she's important. When she was going through all the humiliation that they carry on against her, nobody show her one respect or any value towards her. Kumi's people will insult her, go to her party headquarters, they chung hymns at her. Not a day you see a Yombly Kanga Lauren ever go to the male party headquarters, Alexander B. Kumi party, but he was always at the woman party headquarters, causing more confusion between she and Berete. So let she be wise this time around. That thought they can be passing right for the sake of the country that lie. No politician get the country at heart. Everybody chasing their self-interest. I have learned that. And I always say it on my platform. They only pursuing their interest. And soon they know their interest last somewhere. He know now if anybody pick Yombly, the Bassa people are already angry. This is not the fight that they were disappointed. 2017 and again this 2022 again, 2023 they have been disappointed again. So maybe if he pick her, he's going to go and the Bassa people going to get their vote. She shouldn't rush. If she will be VP in this country, the rightful person will pick her and she will be proud. I don't think Yombly should accept the offer from ANC. That's my own take on the whole topic.
Yeah, so I hear you. That's your part of it. This came in on the 3rd of March. Is it on the 3rd of March? Yombly Kanga Lawrence informed the chairman of the Liberty Party, LP, Mr. Musa Hassan Benete, that the standard bearer of the collaborating political party, CPP, Mr. Alexander Cummins, had made a proposal to her to be his running mate in the upcoming election, presidential and general elections, and that she had informed the CPP standard bearer that she would have to meet with the LP before responding to his proposal, and requested a meeting to discuss this proposal. On the 5th of May 2023, the Liberty Party honored Senator Lawrence request in attending, representing the LP, where the national executive, blah, blah, blah. They put all the party people in there. Then they said, let me come way down. They say, in the meeting had been convened by Senator Yombly Kanga Lawrence, did not attend the meeting. Instead, she was represented by a delegation headed by Mr. Jacob Smith, and including Senator Abraham Darius Dillon, Senator Steve Zako, and whosoever. The delegation leader, Mr. Smith, informed the LP standard bearer, Kanga Lawrence, desire was to ascertain the LP position on her preferment as running mate to Mr. Alexander Cummins. Chairman Musa Brete informed the delegation that the LP interposes no objection to the preferment and will support any choice of a running mate by Mr. Cummins, as the CPP framework document gives the right to choose the vice standard bearer solely to the standard bearer. So according to Mr. Benete, yes, anybody that Mr. Cummins select as his running mate, we in the CPP will support. So now, if he reached out to Nyombri Kanga Lauren, who is also from our political party, which is the Liberty Party, I think it's welcoming. So, but later on, we are hearing again that Musa Berete is saying Nyombri is doing it or going on her own. She shouldn't be thinking that she'll be going on a Liberty Party ticket. So I think there's still a hard and pull. Who are those people that Mr. Kumi depending on now to serve as his running mate? Because here he said he just tested Nyombri. There's noise coming out. Who next? We don't know who are those. Martina, do you have anybody in mind before we can take check?
Nice. Before the CPP were funded, did Musa Berete not come or open that Kumi's promising to be a running mate? It's a compulsory deal. He will pick Musa Berete. He picked Musa Berete. All the racket he caused in the Liberty Party, it was a deal. And all the time, Berete follow him. Berete will not follow him for free. Berete follow because he promised Berete to pick Berete as a running mate. You people, we all saw earlier when Berete was telling us that and he gave the main ultimatum for him to announce that, because he promised him, you all saw that nonsense here for Musa Berete. So he promised the man going to be a running mate. Whether the men are criminal, the men are not criminal, the man will be a running mate. Period.
Okay, so now we have our guest.
Can you be man of your voice? You promised the man you must live by it.
We have our guest with us, Sheikh Circle. Sheikh is a big brother of mine, and Sheikh, I can still remember our Ramadan celebration to the era then.
I play with tattoo and chakla.
So, yeah, it's good to have you. Yeah, so Martina, Sheikh is our guest, and like we said, we've been talking about the issue coming from the Monrovia City Corporation. There have been a lot of information coming out lately from the MCC. Sheikh, we want to welcome you to the Costa Show.
Thank you very much, Boaka. Thank you, Martina. It's nice being with you this morning on your platform. I think
Welcome.
when I spoke to you the other time when you guys was trying to find out about the issue of the president visit at Langley, and I told you that in subsequent time we were going to discuss some national security issues. So I'm happy to be here this morning. The fact that Koji has stepped on the tail of the lion, I think few things need to be let out there to the Liberian people. So I'm happy to be here.
Sure.
Koji, Sheikh, they were one, I can say, teeth and tongue. They were best of friends. Yesterday, Koji had a press conference, Sheikh, wherein he played a recording of not only you interacting with the former police boss there at the MCC, but others. Where are you when it comes to all of the revelations that are coming from Mr. Koji and his team at the MCC?
Well, thank you very much, Boakai. The thing is that Koji ran with something not knowing what was behind it. You see, you can't dip a cup of water from a well and you decide to use that cup of water to fight a water battle with the man who owns the well. That was the case of Mr. Koji yesterday. The first thing is that Koji is not aware that the director of MCC, how in fact he obtained the visa to come to the US, and then what he spilled out there, I'm not going to say to whom or to where, but the fact that he obtained the visa to come here. So the first thing is that Koji saying his MCC director came here on a training is just laughable. You understand? It shows that he's very insensitive of the fact that his director of police has provided a lot of damaging information about him. In fact, some of the things that he thought we did not have with the director of police, we obtained them through our own, system. And while he was here trying to play the double game, in fact, I can say the double game. The first thing, the man started speaking from Liberia. He, the Thomas Gao, and nobody contacted him. He contacted me. And Gao said, "Oh, my man, Sheikh, listen, a lot of things happening here." That was after the body terror situation. I think it was so embarrassing. It was embarrassing to the extent that he decided to reach out to me. He said, "Oh, Chief, man, I'm getting embarrassed. A lot of things going on here, and I'm shouldering the responsibility of things that I'm not responsible for." I said, "Well, Gao, I can say anything because you are the city police director. It is your bare responsibility to speak out if you know that certain things are not going on right.
Mhm.
And Gao came out to speak. Gao came out to say things. But we decided to keep some of those informations based on the fact that we always want the government to prove themselves to the international community or to the world that they
Mm.
keep playing with people's debts. So reasons we kept those information only awaiting them begin to come up with another feeble, nonsensical, and useless report concerning the death of Shalom Musu. So reasons we did not speak out because the more you speak out, the more the government gets idea from what we say, and they go back to see how they can put their useless and senseless report together. But I
Mm.
think the greatest mistake yesterday Koji Ewa made was by obtaining recordings of somebody asking us for an assistant. We're trying to show him the way forward. Not
Mm.
knowing that this very gentleman has provided substantive evidence, culpable evidence of Koji involvement into multiple murder, into a lot of murders in that country. So
Mm.
I mean, we are happy that we were not the first to strike. The fact that Koji was the first to strike, and we're not going to relent. Trust me. We try to mitigate as much as possible some of these information because we don't want to break down in national security, and we will still do that. We're not going
You are muted. You are muted, Sheikh.
little ones we can let out there. We're going to let the little ones out there so that the public can know that indeed the WIA administration is a criminal, rebellious, and notorious administration, and all is controlled by Jefferson Koji and Patrick Sulu. So I mean, we will play some of those recordings this morning, things we obtained from him. We will not let some of the things out there. Gradually, same day struck yesterday. Every day there will be a recalling of Thomas Gao giving affirmative to things Jefferson Koji did, to things other people did, to things the city police did, to the weapons that were imported into the country, document of things, invoices of things, the catalogs of the weapons that were brought in. You understand?
Mm.
We will let some of those things out there so that the Liberian people can now know when Jefferson Koji came out yesterday, cha 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 cha. Koji, when it comes to national security issue, Koji, you have to be careful. You're a little boy. You can be emotional and want to discuss national security issue. If we were emotional people, we would have let out there a lot of things. There are tons of things we can let out there that will break down security. But we're not gonna be stupid like you people because you pretend to love Liberia, but we love Liberia more than you. This is the reason why we decided to, hold on to a lot of things and make sure that we give it to the requisite authority so that tomorrow action can be taken and justice can be served to the Liberian people. So I'm happy to be here. I think we can have a lot this morning because I'm
Yeah,
well
Sheikh.
reliant, well refreshed.
Okay, Sheikh. This issue about asylum. Gao in a recording asking the other guy that how can he go about seeking an asylum? Don't you think? Okay, he just left. I think he can rejoin us. Martina, you listen to Sheikh. It's gonna be a very interesting discussion.
I told you, right? And I told you, I said Jefferson Kochi is working directly with Patrick Sulu. Before even
Mm.
Sheikh will come out here to tell us, I told you, Patrick Sulu is a co-murderer. Patrick Sulu will never, Patrick, the position of Patrick Sulu self in today, not because he's competent. Patrick Sulu is incompetent to be police director in this country. But because
Okay,
Patrick Sulu will work
let
in
me,
the way and pressure of the president. So that's why
all
Patrick
right,
Sulu self in.
let me rejoin Sheikh. Sheikh, the issue about seeking asylum. Now the government is saying that all of these things that you guys are coming up with is it was only placed out there in the public by Gao because he wanted to seek asylum in leaving the country to go seek greener pasture in another country. That's why he's saying all of these things.
Well, saying these things and having documented evidence on them are two different things.
Mm.
What Gao said concerning the weapons and the letters that were sent to the MCC, the invoices obtained, and concerning the category of weapons imported, the category of security equipment imported, we got everything in our possession. So
Mhm.
what's more than, do you want to tell me that an Israeli company with their phone number, addresses, you getting me, with president signatures and everything on it were prepared by Thomas Garo? No. I mean, those things, the issue of common Garo utterances could just be one that you might look at or might not look at. But looking at the evidence that were provided, for a typical example, you hear Thomas Gao talking about the issue of Shalom Musu's death and
Mm-hmm.
how they took Valley out of the country, how they took Valley to Nimba. In fact, he was surprised. You will hear a lot of things that will astonish you. You understand? A lot of things that will astonish you. And the fact that nobody ever asked Gao to speak. Gao woke up to speak by himself. But this is the thing. Gao tried to play a double game, or either he was being threatened by the Koji's administration based on information I just received. That when
Mm.
Gao arrived here, quite recently, Koji had received intel that Gao has been spilling out the beans. I mean, to a lot of people out there, the requisite authorities out there, and to some key members within the opposition. So I learned that Gao was threatening that his family is back home. In fact, they offer him some money. So that was when Gao decided to start recording. But hey, Gao shouldn't forget that he's a young corn. You understanding me? He can be able to call anybody. The first thing is
Mm.
when Gao appeared in the United States of America, where I lost Gao in Atlanta, Georgia. You understand, right? Gao was being monitored 24/7, And a lot of things was opting from Gao unknowingly to him because, like, when you're dealing with these kind of people, you got to deal with them in a way that you prepared that this person can switch, this person can change. And the fact that he has his family in Liberia, they could use his family as a collateral, you understand, to threaten him. And some of the things you want to obtain from him, probably you may not get it out of him.
Mm.
So the best thing to do is to have a plan B in obtaining the culpable evidence unknowingly to that individual, so that tomorrow if he decides to change, like how it happened, you can be able to come up with a defense on those informations that were unknowingly provided by him already. So the issue of asylum on Thomas Gao, nobody ever forced Gao about asylum. Gao was the one when he came first thing he called me. Oh, look, I got Gao visa copy, I got his ticket, I got everything. You understanding me before Gao got here. When Gao got here, the options were given to him. Do
Mm.
you want to stay? Do you want to go back? It was Gao who were all around here asking people to give him money because he want to provide this, he want to provide that. And the first thing I look at was like, how will you want to help Liberia? You say you're
Mm.
serving a country that have turned into gangster paradise, a country
Mhm.
where you had one of the sections in government, which is the MCC, that is the custodian of all of the Malaysians in the country. You control the MCC, where the mayor of the MCC has created malicious cells within the 15 political subdivisions of the country. You work with MCC, the mayor of MCC that has imported weapons without the acquisition of the defense ministry. You work with
Mm.
the MCC mayor who works with the director of police to make sure that they drag under the carpet major crimes that are committed in the country. You work with the MCC of Jefferson Tamakoji, who work along with Patrick Suru to make sure that they break down the rule of law and only protect citizens and members of government and leave out the opposition and Liberian people. So let me tell you something. Like I told you, Koji made the greater mistake not knowing what is on hand. And as believe where he sits now, he regretting it. Like why I came out this way. These guys we should have just tabled it like they whatsoever evidence they have, they provide and something. But saying he has come public, trust me, every day we will provide in fact video evidence of Thomas Gao speaking. Where Gao sits right now himself is regretting. You know why he's regretting? Gao is a little boy. Gao, you're a police officer. You operating with people who are security personnel who intel, who gather intel. We are more sensitive in gathering intel than you. You can't recall people's voices about helping you. Then you want to go turn and female around at it to say you were being cajole or teleguarded. No, you were not cajole or teleguarded. You asked for assistance. You said you want to seek asylum in the United States of America. You were asking for Councilor Verda. You want to see Councilor Verda. You reach out to Councilor Verda. He gathered you. He said he wanted to see Stanton. You reach out to him. You understanding me, right? We gather a little money. We give it to you. You ask for help. Like any other Liberian can come here in the United States of America and ask for help. Then you try to go free me as if to say we are responsible for people seeking asylum in the United States. What responsibility do we have? What power do we have? You understand? To have anybody to seek asylum in the United States. So I just want to tell you that God will just open a continuum of information that we're going to let out there so the Liberian people can know that Koji is indeed the mastermind of a lot of the killings in that country along with Patrick Sulu.
Okay, releasing the information. Let's begin with the issue about the arm. I have a recording here where you and him in a conversation about the arm that was seized at the Freeport of Morovia. I want you to give us a clear narrative on what he explained to you when it comes to the issue about the arms that was seized at the Freeport of Morovia.
Well, thank you. The first thing Gao said was that, oh, the arm that was seized was just a little amount it took us just to blanfool the crowd. He said
Mm.
those weapons had come from Israel via South Africa, and they were expecting another container of weapons to arrive within the country. And he went and cleared the weapons from the Freeport. In fact, he can hear him saying in the audio he's surprised that MCC even has more equipment than the Liberian National Police. Yes, he's not lying. Apart from
Liberian
what
National
he
Police.
said, based on the catalogs of weapons that we received, based on the invoices of the weapons they purchased, yes, indeed, they got powerful machine guns. They got jungle mortars, 150 millimeters, 175 millimeters to 200 millimeters. We look at the catalog. I got the catalog in my possession. So if he says maybe the only thing he can equate it to is that of the AFL. But indeed, yes, for these weapons that we know that they bought, they are capacitated in the Liberian National Police. Now I see reasons why Patrick Sulu work along with MCC to make sure that they hijack election in that country and instill fear in the Liberian people when come election day.
Okay, so
Play the
Martina,
recording.
if you want to, okay, let me see if I can play the recording here because I want for our Liberian people to listen to the recording as we
And
go
in the
about doing.
recording, he's speaking to the Israeli lady. That's Ayala. That was the Israeli woman who used to live in Liberia. And then Koji met her, and she went and coordinated the armed dealers along with Jefferson Koji. So you can hear he Obina or Thomas Gao telling the lady to send him the documents. And then after he had received the documents, he didn't know that as he was receiving the document, he was going into another thing. That's the stupidity about him. You understand? Yeah. So and then later on, you can see what was his conversation after he had received the document.
Yeah, sorry, we're trying to get that on the computer. The one I have here was the one that you were advising him about how he go about doing things, how he should reach out to the NSA and let the NSA know about the arm that were brought in the country. That's the one. But George is trying to place the one that you're talking about with the lady. So people Sheikh, we are headed to election, and our security is something that we should be very careful of. But we are seeing the government, the Liberal National Police, in bear with a Mele Koji, and Koji is a risky guy, uh, and things will not be okay. What do you think the opposition can do right now in securing or protecting the citizens when it comes to the upcoming 2023 election? Why I'm asking this question is because the opposition have the right to speak out on issues. They have the authority also to reach out to the Ministry of Justice and let the Ministry of Justice know that, oh, these are the things that are happening and we do know about them. We want for you to call on X, Y, and Z person and ask them about all of this information that are coming out. Is there anything that the opposition can do as we approach the 2023 elections?
Well, Baga, thank you for the question. I would say this in as much as there are bipolar situations within the opposition regarding where they can settle down in Ulsters in the notorious president, the notorious criminal president George Weah. But I will tell you something, they are not focused to something that's very, very important. That is security before election. And I would say this, there's total breakdown in national security, especially regarding the Nigerian National Police. And I would say this here openly. It is not like you don't have professional men within the Liberian National Police. You have professional men that were trained by the US government, that were trained by the UNMIL to, institute law and order in that country. But I will tell you something. There were blueprints set from the national security sector reformed in Accra during the war, the peace talk. And those were the implementations that all came to do based on these things that were embedded within the national security sector reform. Ome then left the blueprint with Director Gregory Coleman to implement. And if you notice it, that Gregory Coleman did an excellent job, to be very frank with you, in trying to make sure that we had a peaceful election and a peaceful transition of power. But the fight that Patrick Siru took over, trust me, the blueprint left by Ome that Patrick should have worked with, Patrick dumped it out and brought in his own CDC blueprint to work with. And working with the CDC blueprint, trust me, a lot of professional men within the Liberian National Police have been superimposed on, have been oppressed and subjected to Patrick's rules and Patrick party policy than that of the Liberian National Police. Trust me, I will say this on this platform. The Liberian National Police has capable professional men, but honor Patrick Suru, who have aligned himself with Jefferson Koji. They have abused those good things embedded within the national security sector reform to uphold the rule of law in that country. It has been broken. So the fact that Patrick is a party-driven policy police director, then rather being a director of police that's supposed to institute and implement the national security sector reforms policies that Ome left, trust me, security in that country on an election, in this coming election on a party Suru, there is no security. The only way I will say to the opposition leaders on this evidence that we have obtained, the weapons that have been brought into the country, men that were trained, Malaysia cells that have been established within the political subdivision of that country. Trust me, the opposition, you were here in the recording. Koji is not afraid of the justice minister. Koji is not afraid of anybody. The president said, yeah, there, you hearing Thomas talking, right?
Yeah,
in the recording. So that says to you that Patrick Suru appeared before plenary, the senators. It was clear that Patrick Suru is very inept. Patrick changed his voice so many times. Patrick implicated himself so many times before plenary. Plenary did not take action. Look, I will tell you something. I will say this on this platform, that tomorrow, if it goes wrong, they will say, oh, one Sheikh Circle said it based on what we have, based on what we have on hand. Look, Patrick has created a situation in that country that even the senators, if you are depending on them to come out to say the police will have to be neutralized before election, the opposition leaders need to come together regarding this particular one. Let it forget about the issues of their divisions and what have you. Me, I'm not a politician. You getting me? I focus on national security issues. They need to come together and send signal to the international community and get their involvement that they need a neutral police. If it will cause for them, like they had the AFL, where you had the late General Abdul Rahman came and structured the AFL as the chief of staff, well structured before it was turned over to General Zianga. I think we should be looking at something that the opposition should be asking for somebody to take over the police from a foreign country. If even there will be few or 100 or 200 foreign police officers to be deployed to provide security for opposition leaders, and that director control the police to make the police independent and neutralize the police before election. If that doesn't happen, trust me, we are heading for chaos.
Okay, so the recording that we're talking about, let's see if we can play it now. That would take
information on me. Please send out the document, please.
Let's see. I was your job. Let's see if he's okay for your job.
Email. Yeah, send it to my email.
Hey, look at the house. I'll show you two rates.
Okay, so Sheikh, who is he talking to here?
He's talking to Ayala, the lady who brokered the whole arm deed between the Israeli company and them, and MC and Koji MCC.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, send it to my email.
Hey, look at the house. I'll show you two rates. Okay.
Wow. 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 Very nice house. Wow. Ayala.
Yes, later, baby. You have the potatoes out there.
Wow, that's so nice. So, let me say my email. You send out the document there, please.
The email
To my email.
WhatsApp?
No, my email.
WhatsApp. Okay. Whatever you need, I will do.
Yeah, I send the email to you, please. Send an email and WhatsApp.
WhatsApp is better for me.
Yeah. WhatsApp?
I will send the email. I need your email anyhow.
Mhm.
But I will send everything by WhatsApp. It will be easy. From WhatsApp to WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Gmail.account. COM. Okay.
But you look good, Thomas.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. Yalla.
It is.
I'm waiting for the information, please. Okay.
You are now.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell him over here. I know what you want to know about it.
Yeah. As soon as I really look
You want to send it today?
Yeah. You see the DNA. They put when they put, I see the put, there's one controlling that put that came from Israel, package to Africa. Now, what is it? Once Africa, the equipment is sent for civil police, brother. You are saying you ask yourself, what's the size of civil police? They send it to equipment. Even national police, not get equipment. Now, for in that continue, it took a few hours, they got to, create a sensitive weapon. Somebody asked the question, but when the boy gets money, and get power, where do you want to? And that all fully, I guess, in there, fucking small children, you're finally beginning.
No, I'm beginning doing it very well.
I see. When you're finally beginning, yeah. What I know, look at Justin Minister and get deal with the party there. Because they say, there's something wrong with you. You make a mistake. Put it down, go to the pig, get it. Do it again.
I'm doing it very well.
Chef. My be over. Yeah,
Let me carry back a bit again where he talked about. Oh God, let me take it from here.
We look, Martina. I mean, there's backlash hanging over us by the CDC government. Trust me.
Shego, you come back. Let me just replay from here.
Oh, there's
You see the DNA. They put, I see the put, there's one controlling that put that came from Israel, package to Africa. Now, what is it? Once Africa, the equipment is sent for civil police, brother. You are saying you ask yourself, what's the size of civil police? They send it to equipment. Even national police, not get equipment. Now, for in that continue, it took a few hours, they got to, create a sensitive weapon. Somebody asked the question, but when the boy gets money and get power, where do you want to? And that all fully, I guess, in there, fucking small children, you're finally beginning.
No, I'm beginning doing it
That's
very
how we
well.
are.
When you're finally beginning, yeah. What I know, look at Justin Minister and get deal with the party there. Because they say, there's something wrong with you. You make a mistake. Put it down, go to the pig, get it. Do it again.
I'm doing it very well.
Okay, folks. So the voice that you are listening to is the former police chief at the Morovia. That's the Morovia City Corporation, Thomas Gao. That's him speaking there in the recording, and he was talking to an Israeli lady that sent a container of ammunition to the MCC. Some of the ammunition, according to Gao, were taken from one container and were placed. They gun the seas at the port were just for distraction. That was just meant for distraction, but the real container that came with the arm, the MCC having it. Sheikh, here we are. He himself making the revelation. It's not me, it's not you, but coming from the police boss at the MCC.
I mean, we are in serious trouble, and then what he concluded it with, it is very concerning. The Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, the Justice Minister, and he even responsible to as far as some of the. He's the only man that can disagree with the president, and then he's the one that controlled law enforcement into that country, especially the Liberian National Police. Patrick worked directly under the Justice Ministry instruction, but if he Thomas Gao can say, Koji can look at the Justice Minister and say something wrong with you, he controls the Justice Minister. And in the recording, he also says that when the director of police goes to his office, he's trying to say like the director of police can be like white chicken, and meaning that he
Yeah.
listens to Koji. Koji controls him. But I mean, that's not strange. It happened before me. I told you, I said the man brought up a one. The man used to bring food for us at Koji's office. He said he used to hold the food and bring it. You understand me, right? So the issue of Patrick being the dumb driven cattle, I mean, it's established ever since, not just today. But trust me, like we said, we will take it easy because in as much as we want that government out, we want them out democratically. But we will have to push to make sure that a democratic environment, a peaceful environment for the democratic election is ensured before election. Trust me, we will provide the evidence and we expect opposition to reach out to the international community to make sure that drastic actions be taken immediately to neutralize the Liberian National Police. Look, I will tell you something. When they tell you about the weapons that were seized in Brovi, you will be shocked that that was Koji's house. Koji got so mad with Patrick Suru because the tension was so hard. The police officers that went to withdraw the weapons from the attic, they were not police officers that could be cajoled or used. So they gave the evidence of the weapons that were obtained and who had them there. Look, like I said, when somebody asks me about Mr. Weir this, Mr. Weir that, I just laugh. I don't want to say much. This little one out there, let's just look at this little one out there that has national security concern, that has the concern of the country. The next recording, I will be on this show almost most of the time to help you guys here after I appear on other shows. We will be providing the other evidence of the late Shallow's death. What were the statement of the city police director? And it will shock you that look, the people are playing with the lives of Liberia. They play with it, they stay playing with it. And I want to tell them on this platform, I challenge Patrick Suru to come up with any stupid report concerning that thing. The other hardcore evidence will surface. They will surface. Look, enough is enough. You can't steal the Liberian people money. You subject them to abject poverty. Then you kill them over it again. Can you imagine that? That's crazy. Look, there's no rule of law in that country. The Liberian National Police, I will say it here, they are not prepared to be neutral. Because what I say, they are not prepared to be neutral. They are professional men there. And those professional men, according to information received, Patrick will not empower them in terms of weapons. Most of the weapons will be given to those people that are CDC driving police, leaving out the professional people that will want to stand and work based on their professional ethics. We are aware of all of those things. We are aware of the men that they have trained. We are aware of the extra Malaysian men that are being trained, that all of this equipment that they brought in, they're going to give it to them. Don't be surprised, Martina. Yo, yeah, we got money. You see men with marks on their faces, wear attire in weapon, primary, secondary weapon, and moving around. You'll even be afraid to go vote. You be like, what kind of new soldier than the poor also? Those are the plans. Look, I got the whole structural plans of what they want to, how they want to operate, how they want to implement these things before elections. And trust me, the opposition need to stand up. Liberia is in a
Wow.
dangerous situation. Our director of the police have aligned with malicious reasons why we don't get no good report about deaths in that country. These are some of the reasons.
Of course.
Check. There's this agreement that went on between the Moravia City Corporation and Ta Adir Group in Israel. They say, dear Major Jefferson Koji, this third demand is served upon due to the breaching of agreement signed on June 9th, 2020 between the Tar Adir and City of Moravia to purchase a variety of law enforcement equipment for total purchase price of $261,802.55. Till today, we receive only 100,000 to our bank account. to our bank account. On May 3rd, 2021, we sent an official letter for outstanding payment of US $211,855. I come in, the things are so small, and on August 17, 2021, we sent a follow-up reminder letter stating that the outstanding balance was not settled. On January 3rd, 2022, we finally decided to address our request for settling the debt, and you haven't paid part of this amount. So we come all the way down here. It says, if you fail to comply with the that's the balance, we will have no choice but to pursue all legal means in getting our banner money. People, here is it. This company is raising an eyebrow. There was this amount put forth that the MCC were able to purchase this amount. Let me say the law enforcement equipment for, but up to now they haven't been able to pay the remaining of money that they owe, but the MCC. And here is it: the people saying that if they don't pay the money, they will be going to court. All of these things shouldn't have come out. We the librarian, we never supposed to know all of these things here, Big Brother. But now everything is coming out because the MCC not able to pay the balance debt that owe the people. What do you make of this?
Well, thank you. The debt was settled. The debt was settled recently. This is the thing. Koji tried to play a smart game with the people. The thing was he was supposed to transfer all the money at that time, but only a few things were going to come from Israel, and the weapons were going to come from South Africa. You know, you got to understand how this worked. And Koji was trying to play the smart game, like sending the money and receiving the equipments, like the uniforms, you know, the ballistic jackets, the boots. Those ones were coming directly from Israel. And the one coming via South Africa, or the one that were being picked up from South Africa, were the weapons. So Koji didn't want to pay all the money when he received the weapon. You know, he was trying to play a smart game. So that was the reason why he delayed on that. So the people have been complaining, and at the beginning part of this year, we got document now possession of other invoice that was issued. Pro forma invoice was issued on the 2nd of January 2023. They provided a pro forma invoice for new equipments, which he had to settle that payment, and then the other new equipments were going to go through. So those were the new equipments that came. You understanding me? So Koji was trying to play a smart game, but not paying all the money if he didn't receive all of the weapons, especially the weapons. So that was the reason why he paid a portion of it, and he kept portion of it until the weapon arrived before he paid the balance. And the weapon arrived, he received it, and I think the balance have been settled. And there are new invoices of the new other equipments also that they imported that they are expecting to arrive.
Martina, you want to come in before we take calls because we have to interact with the public? Martina, you want to come in there quickly?
I'll come in after the callers.
Okay, so folks, we take some calls. We have Sheikh Circle here, and we are talking about the issues emerging from the city government of Liberia, the MCC. So folks, you can now place in your calls 0770-102-102, 086-010-383, 0555-102-102. Those in the diaspora can call on the WhatsApp number. Probably you have a question that you want to ask Mr. Sako. You can place in your calls on +231 888 624171 +231 888 624171. Now we'll take our first caller on this line. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yep, your name is joining us.
And good morning to our studio guy. I'm Gafon calling from Pennsylvania for the guys here.
Yeah, 1 minute.
I can't imagine how would a central major bring such an ammunition in the country and then pretend they say it was the opposition that bring it. Broker Liberia is in total mess. The opposition community have to stand against the netman to rooting out. We cannot live in a society where one boy rule the entire government? Who has ever seen country to bring such an ammunition in the country? And then you got the police director, the chief judge said none of them is talking about it. It's so scary for our people. I have my parents in that country. The election is coming. What Jefferson County is trying to do to the Liberians people? The opposition community have to rise up against this boy to get him, and otherwise that boy going to be total chaotic.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me take this other person here. Good morning.
Good morning, Boyka.
Bobby.
Yeah, thank you very much, Boyka. Let me say good morning to your main listener. Let me say good morning to your studio guest. This is Bobby Abu Meska. I do join the conversation this morning from District 6, SD Cooper Road. Boyka, I don't know. Firstly, let me say this to our political leader, Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence. As Material said, that she shouldn't rush. Because right now, looking at what Mr. Billy and Mr. Kumi has denigrated our party, brought our party to profit dispute, we will now submit to the Kumi's side of the Liberty Party. That's when Billy expel from the party according to him, and expel Gareth Dillon, and expel all our leaders from the party. Then now they want to take her. She is not James to be president or vice president of the country. She is taking her time to grow politically. When the time comes 2029, she will be very rep, and the Liberian people will go her way. Whatsoever the Unity Party has done to all, we are now ready to carry our step to the Fumi's factions.
All right, thank you so much, Bobby, for calling in and making your contribution. Let me take somebody from the diaspora on this line here quickly. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, your name, where you joining us from?
My name is Obi. I'm joining from the US.
Welcome.
My brother, I just want to put up this few points. The brother in studio is on the recording, convincing this guy, the former mayor, or the guy from the city police, for this guy to provide the information, and they were going to get the guy $10,000. This brother is on the recording. If I hear the guy will have an argument. So this agreement went on because the guy never wanted to provide more information because his family was still in Liberia and he needed for his family to leave from Liberia. And in fact, there's a recording also that Sprinter Waterson and Eugene Falcon were asking the guy to prepare a document. Yeah, hello?
Okay, listen now, let's have a dialogue. You listen to Sheikh. Sheikh told you that he didn't reach out to Gao. Gao was the one that reached out to them because he wanted something in return for the information that he was going to put out. That was why he was requesting money. And Sheikh not get money to get Gao. You listen to Stand Online and Stand On say he get money to get Gao. So what's your point here?
Exactly.
The problem there is that there was a setup plan. They tried to induce a guy to say this, and this guy wanted money, so that's why he went down. That's fine. But this guy, the guy in the truck there, no one went on. They were trying to convince this guy.
No, my brother, listen to me. You are not. My brother, listen. Have a conversation. You are not even going to the issues here, right? Gao is now not 18 years of age. He's a grown man. I think you listened to previous recording about Gao speaking. Did anybody force Gao to speak? No. Did Gao know that he was being recorded? No. Did Gao give these informations regarding the weapons? No. How did we obtain them? Look, my brother, let me tell you something. Liberia sit on a situation today. They got thousands of people. Once you provide them safe haven, they are ready to speak. Yeah. We receive tons of calls from people every day within the CDC government that want to spill out the beans. All they think about is their security. Even you can tell them you carry them right in Sierra Leone, you get them one bedroom house there and furnish it and tell them say be here and talk. They will talk. So let me tell you something, my brother. The issue of anybody trying to induce, like you said, come on, man. We're supposed to induce a police officer who will call in king and say he want to speak. Huh? Should we be displaying all of his visas, copy and everything, all of his ID card that he sent to convince or that he had a visa he was coming? So when Gao went to go speak to the embassy in Liberia before he obtained a visa, well, are the one that induced him to go speak to the embassy in Liberia? You gotta be careful when you come on the show here to speak. We're not running propaganda here. We're running serious national security issues here that's concerning. If you guys think say you will come on this platform, we're not discussing politics here. We're discussing the life of the 5 million Liberians or millions of Liberians in that country. We're not discussing CDC, United Party, ANC, or anything here. We're discussing national security here, my friend. So when you come out here to speak, you must be able to comprehend exactly the beginning of this thing to where we are. Then you just come out here to say we induce somebody.
All right, let's take this person on the line here. Good morning.
Mr. Kamara, good morning, my dear brother.
Sekachibo, welcome.
Thank you, Chief, for the recognition. And I want to say good morning to my sister Martina, commonly known as the Costa Princess. For the public, I am the religious advisor to the Costa Show in a court for Nicholas Land this morning. You know, BK, thank you. Some of the past recording, when I listen to your question being asked, you are a sound guy, honestly, continue. But I listen to my brother Sheikh. And Sheikh, my brother, I noticed that you are too informed and you got intelligence. But let me tell you this morning. You want to listen to CDC people from on the Sacmo tree to distract you?
No way.
Some of you, you put water in where we are shoe and race in that shoe. You call pepper soup buka. They will do it's funny about those right? So Sheikh, don't be distracted.
Thank you.
The only thing I can say here is the secret for these people is for us to hold together.
Yeah.
That is an man will take 6 years again. Let us hold together. Yeah. Thank you for a full minute time.
Thank you so much. Let's take this person on the line here. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yep. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, for the sake of the public, I don't want to call my name. Yes, my brother. All these things they are talking, I wouldn't want to fake them. I'm calling you from Johnsonville. Now, in my community now, if I tell you what's going on, you will not believe it.
What's going on?
If I tell you what's going on in my community, you will not believe it. I live all the way inside Johnsonville after the video funeral home. I net these people will come with pickups. They'll come with some 2, 3, 4 pickups. They'll be uploading and reloading.
Uploading and reloading them with what now? Hello? Hello? Oh wow. My brother, you just
Bakai, let me just end up what he's trying to say, right? There are full intels on they've got about 18 malicious cells being created, and they distributed weapons to those 18 malicious cells where they got their boys lodging right now. And that's just one of the areas he talked about. They got one in Johnsonville. They got one as far very close to my house in Duazon. But then when I talk about it right now, they may disbound it or get it off there. Yeah. So we are aware of everything. But like what he just said, he's right 100%. There's area in the Johnsonville area that they got one of their malicious cells there as well. That's what Koji is planning. He planned the cells in every part of the country. So when they steal the election, and some people want to come out, you will see men outside that you've never seen before. Mark my wall.
Wow. Let's take somebody from this line here. Good morning. Okay, we mess up on our call out 0770-102-102, 886-010-383, 555-102-102. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Buck. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Your name is joining us from?
This is Prince calling from Indianapolis. Hey, my question to Sheikh. So I want to know if this guy really needed help, or he just wanted to record in and send it back to Jefferson Coach. He said, well, this is what they are saying about you, or what? That's my question.
Yeah, thank you, Prince. Yeah.
And I found out to that question, people. Where is this person in question now? Where is Gao? He's in Liberia or he's there in the US?
Gao a week ago. For me, Bakai, I understand situations very well, and I'm on top of my games. A week ago, I called Gao. I said, Gao. I said, yeah. I said, you're a snitch? He said, oh no, what will do? I will be snitch. I'll go to the embassy. I'll go tell the police what I had to tell it. I will be snitch. I will get a visa. I will come to you here. I said, calm down. Why are you always emotional when people say things? You don't have to be emotional. I'm telling you that something's not right. You understand? And I said, but you know what? I'm cutting you off. I just wanted to help you. You don't have everything I have. I have everything that I need. I don't need you. That I've always said. So just to answer your question, Gao whether he sent something to Koji, trying to impress Koji, trying to get money for all of him, or because he had been threatened that he has provided some informations and evidence, and if he doesn't cooperate with them or go back home, they may do something to his family. It is between him until Gao can come out to speak. But for now, I don't know the whereabouts of Gao, whether he's in the US or he's back there. But trust me, to answer the brother's question, Gao, he came here, we know that he spoke aloud. He said aloud. No, he was not on duress. He took his time upon his time to go and talk before he came here. When he came here, he said aloud. And later on, he requested for help, you understand, from people that he think would have helped him to have his political asylum. And as a Liberian, we provided it for him. Let Gao not tell you that he provided all of the information obtained. Wasn't Gao that gave it to us? We obtained them by our own strategy. So then how will Gao tell you that he was conscious of even saying those things? He was not conscious of saying them. You see the recording that Bwaka just played. Bwaka, was he ever aware that he was on a he was on a recorder? No. He was not aware. You understand? And he was speaking. So you look at the point that if you are having an interview with somebody, like, oh my man, I'm having an interview with you and this and that, you will be like, oh yeah, he is he's conscious that he's letting out information and he's being recorded in return for something. But there's a man who's speaking. You understand me? Nobody promising money, he's speaking. So he did it at his own will. Maybe later on he tried to impress Koji, not knowing that while he was trying to think that he looking in our eyes, we were looking far beyond his eyes.
Okay, so we take some calls. Let's come back to the phone line. Take this person. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
This is Segun Fofana. I'm calling from Joe community. Morning to Martina and Sheikh. Let me say this, right, Bakai. You know, that what the government will pretending to say they don't know who's going to go into it. Let me assume that opposition leader coming bring the gun into here. They will not even come to a family. They come to know the person. But then I don't want to do it. Let me say this. To tell the power our democracy, but nobody more expecting that one. This people now we bring the power of democracy. It will be violent entire year before the power be given out to anybody that wins. So the power, the government, they are capable of doing anything. They can do any other thing. They bring you quiet to that peer title. Yeah, Nana, say Nimba Kante choosing for Bakaju for Bapre to come for Nimba Kante. Before then, Nimba Kante the registration will go in a free affair. But now, Nimba and certain part of local Kante, the mission have given the problem.
Okay.
Because I still have Baka and Nimba. And now say the cabinet to where we live. They are so enough for us. But any attempt to temple our election, the Mohammed said the if you hear people go out, airport is because we'll show the airport that wouldn't say anything. So thank you for that for the time.
Thank you so much. We'll take some more calls. We'll take like 5 more calls. Then we come up to wrap it up. Sheikh will be coming on here. At Things Unfold. He himself have made up that commitment. At Things Unfold, he will be coming up with more recordings, more information about the happening. So just the first part of it. Once we get more info from him or he want to come on, he will let me know. We'll bring him on live here. Let's take this person. We'll take 5 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name is joining us from?
My name is Joseph, calling from Kanjansu.
Welcome, Joseph.
No, let me just say that to check. So, the first thing, the recording you are playing has no Garo force good. So it has no good. The first thing is not Garo force. Number two, the weapon are you talking about saying that the horse that they took that weapon when we saw the video. I know that particular home the gala intention that put the gun on the confusion that living tested that the gala build a horse in the fence there where they took that gun from the archie. Even the gala was living there. I know the car.
Okay.
Number two, no, you need to be careful. You people should not be bringing out about what you want to be. You know, you need for you to ship weapon, to buy weapon. You know how much $1,000? And Sako, you need to stop there. And Let me tell you, Sako is here, America. If anything goes wrong here, you and I will suffer. If not Sako, that want to disrupt this country. They will not be allowed that kind of fake news to be going around. Who know your techniques.
All right, thank you so much.
Baga, that man is a person of interest. You gotta keep his number. He knows the man who got the compound. He knows the man who brought the weapon. He knows the owner of the house. He's well informed. So keep his number. I mean, we'll have people reach out to him. I mean, in subsequent time, after change of government, he's a person of interest. He knows a lot of things. So that's the reason why he's so mad right now. And but sorry that my young man, since you say that's not Gao's voice, in subsequent time you will see Gao on video displaying a lot of things, especially when it comes to discussing Charlo's death. And that when you're gonna be shocked. So we're not here to justify that to you, whether it is Gao's voice or not. But people who know Gao, they know that that's Gao's voice. But you are a person of interest because you know a lot about the weapons that were found in Brove.
Yeah, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, brother Bokai.
Welcome.
Good morning. This is DJ Lome calling from Point 4.
DJ Lome.
Look, God will continue to expose the people. Let me say good morning to Sheikh and Martina. God will continue to expose the people, and everything they're doing hiding by the grace of God. God will expose them. They got the Freedom FM and the Banana FM running with someone recording that they say they have for Gao. In fact, we're lying. We the opposition will play this thing. Why today that investigation of that corner not come up? Because they know they don't want brought it. And to Jeopardy coach be bringing arm, the art that created the police. They were not to bring arm in this country. But why are the people bringing arm? Because they want chaos in this place. Because they feel that they will not win the election. They want to call a bloodbath in this country. By the grace of God, God will continue to expose them. And we pray to God, our mother and father are praying on a daily basis that will be exposed. President, we are elect. A group of thieves will be exposed in Jesus' name. Thank you for the program.
Thank you. Now take 3 more calls. Good morning.
Yeah, brother. As I was saying, you get me?
Your name?
You get me?
What's your name?
Yeah, as I was saying, I don't want to call from Johnsonville. As I was saying.
Okay.
You get me, right?
Like you don't want to say, you know, they play the gun where they had a gun, the person that carried a gun there, like you don't want, right?
No. I'm the first person I call from Johnsonville.
Okay. I understand. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, as I was saying.
Just change your position a bit, my brother. We want to get the information from you. Change your position, please.
Get me now?
Okay, now you are loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, as I was saying, the place we're living, we have one city police commander living along here with us. The man has a creek, and we have another ghetto here, and the bigger ghetto. I want Nigeria have the ghetto. And now, they're going to start in there. When I saw these things, I was on the back because I'm a back rider who go places in the neck. When I was coming through, I saw these 3 pickups. One on the left, one on the right, and because the other one in the middle of the road. So I stopped this thing. I was monitoring them. They took the bag, they come with the army bag, the black one. There were 6 bags, they took in another paper, they put in another paper. They never came back to Johnson Dakota. They went all the way up to Johnson to where playing with that. When I pick up left, I made more than 30 minutes sitting down to that food. I didn't see that car coming back when I went home. And these guys, they are in the community threatening people that if they want to go back, fund the TV call. If they want to go back, we'll fund the TV call. It's a situation that we're facing in our place. I even planning to leave here before the election. I won't be to the product side before this type of thing happen. No security.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We take 2 more calls, then we'll cross over to Sheikh. 0770-102-102-886-102. That +2. Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, Paco.
Paco, welcome.
Thank God so much. Good morning to Sheikh. Good morning to all my good people. Thank God so much for Sheikh. Thank God so much for the information trying to set the labyrinth. So we just want to see people tell that element of the state that will hate the president that we want to see, but they not hate the president that serves them, everyone. But then they come making a PowerPoint card. It drop more people away. Who educated people today? They come out to kill the free people. What do they come and they charted us with you on a month? People in blood, they tell people in the environment we live. You can't move, everybody will be a choir. Director to care for the government, we said no. We said the opposition. And if that's what they put in Papa, where I'll be able to help somebody. So I'll be able to help someone, but nothing.
Okay.
See them for that, see them, they can't get my breath over gave you. Someone, now, small, you made a coaching and activity. We saw it at the panel. So we have to know what I feel like people who want to prove each other for the people. They're not dividing the people. When you try to say the how I ended up. Yeah, go back.
All right. Thank you so much, Paco. Now take somebody from this line here. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm pretty well. Welcome.
I just want to be a little bit on the show. Liberia is all what we had, and it is better that we all be able to protect Liberia in the right way, and not because of hate or because we have pride with somebody. But the mayor or the guy that in studio, the guy, if any of the men have anything that they want to use to destroy that country, I think it would be the wrong idea to ever carry on. And my advice to both of them is that they should be able to tell the Liberian people the actual truth.
Okay.
Because some information we gather, I live in Philip, some other information we gather is that there was a money put up front, like a $10,000 put up front for this guy to provide a lot of information, and this money was not given. This is why we are getting this information today.
Okay.
Because the money was not given, and there was a...
Thank you so much. We'll take our last caller this morning on the show. Yep, this last caller here. Good morning.
Good morning, Baba.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the show.
Chassis.
Thank you for the recognition. You know, it is wrong for us to come on the show and come with sentiment. What do I mean by this? The guy who has been speaking, Sheikh, has a point. Yeah? And also the recording that has been played, the issue is not dotted. It's genuine. Come to think about it and start asking yourself, would the practicing posture from within your analysis? Why is it the police last year they are not concluded the report of the hand that is according to them that was brought illegally? Why is it? Since last year, the Liberian National Police have not informed the public as related to their funding. And we're listening to recording by one guy referencing the same quantity of arm or ammunition that was brought to the port. Okay. It is good to bring common sense to things. Why is it they have yet to conclude and they are finally having conducted a touching whatsoever with the issue regarding the former justice daughter? Why is it they have not communicated that they found funding to the Liberian people?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you
so much, Sheikh. You will take 2 minutes. You listen to the callers, and you can respond if you want to respond to any of them, and you can give us your parting comment in 2 minutes.
Well, thank you, Boakai. I listened to the callers. I know definitely, CDC is always on the defensive. They were going to have some of their callers, calling in, not even, looking at the sensitivity of what we're discussing and looking at the security of the country. But we know their tactics. We now move by that. That's what I've carried Liberia for 5 years. 6 months. With instability, the death of people, criminal rate being so high. But I think in as much as they have failed the Liberian people over the years, the only means of getting them out is through the democratic process. And if those things that's going to hamper the democratic process, they keep elevating it and making it more stronger so as to put fear in the Liberian people, that has a serious threat to national security, we will come out here and speak about them. We are not here to propagate any issues that we, push our country into chaos. If we were here for that, there are damaging evidence of certain things that we have, we would have provided them to the public. The fact that we're not just going to sit at this moment in the 87 minutes of this political game to allow the Koji and the rest of the other people, lie to the Liberian people when they've orchestrated a lot of malicious cells within the country, brought in weapons, that's definitely going to threaten the peace of our country tomorrow. This is not the issue of propaganda. This is not the issue of trying to election rhetoric and this has to do with national security. But like I said, we will come out here. We will try as much as possible to meet you, get some of these or intelligence, not to let it out there in the public, because we're not here to satisfy any party-driven person who is blinded by the party policies. We are here definitely to provide some of this information so that tomorrow, if actions are not taken, if they happen, the Liberian people will know that, oh, but this thing was said, these informations were given, why you guys did not take action. So I want to say to the Liberian people, um, you all just put your hands up and keep praying to God. But I will say this on this platform: the rule of law in that country has been broken. Apart from what I'm saying here, you all live in Liberia. We got family in Liberia. I got my kids in Liberia. And I always say this: I'm not a kind of coward that will go and sit somewhere and say something because, oh, I got my children out of the country. But I always say this: I mean, I'm not afraid of anybody. Trust me, I respect people. But the fact that if anybody think that we will come here, we're not attacking anybody's personality, we're not attacking anybody's position. We are concerned about national security in that country. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing that's going to stop us from, unearthing those evidence that will be provided to ensure that we have a peaceful and a peaceful transition of power or comes 2023. So I want to say thank you again, Baka. I'll be available tomorrow. I think we got tons of the recordings and other
Yeah.
evidence that we're going to be dissecting on your platform here. So I mean, hope to be with you guys tomorrow. I want to say thank you for affording me the opportunity again, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
Next week. Okay, so thank you so much, Sheikh. Next week, in case of anything, we will let you know. But thanks so much. That's the voice of Sheikh Circle. He been here with us this morning on the Costa Morning Show, and you listen to him. We only provided the platform for him to make his input. And once there's a trending issue, we bring it out here on the Costa Show for us to talk about. And it's a trending issue since yesterday. People have been talking about this particular situation in our country. So we thought it was in bringing one of the major actors in this particular saga. And Sheikh Circle is somebody that do have much information about it. That's why we brought him on the show this morning. So, folks, it's been a wonderful time. Thanks to everybody for watching us throughout the week. We are going for our regular weekend break and be back here on Monday. On Monday is going to be a fascinating one because there will be a lot of things happening over the weekend. So join me and Darlington Collins and Martina Kunate on Monday morning at 10:30 a.m. That's when we'll be back here with a very fascinating discussion. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Please be safe out there. Liberia is all we have, but you have to be your own security now. So as you go out there today, please be safe. Wash up on your own shoulder. Make sure that everything is under control before you go to bed. Buakai Amara Kamara is my name. It's bye-bye from my end.